Today we're talking about the times when you feel like there's so much to do as an actor, which happens a lot to a lot of actors. And there's so many things to do, and you might sometimes catch yourself feeling really overwhelmed by everything there is to do. So it's anything from, if you're starting, you might feel like you need to have the right headshots, the right reel, you need to find an agent, a manager, you need to start putting yourself out there, you need to do some workshops, you need to network, you need to make your own projects. And if you're not a beginner and you've been at this for a while, you might think like, I need to train more, I need to improve, I need to constantly be doing things to improve my material, to get to know more people, to really, in a way, always raise the bar and always step up your game in order to keep moving forward in your career. And so overwhelm is a word that I often hear actors feeling. So there's them, feeling like it's too much, feeling like it's too difficult, feeling like sometimes angry and bitter at the industry and like it's unfair and maybe another job would be easier. And so little by little, when I see actors start doing that, I also see that if you're doing that, or if you're doing some of that at least, you might realize that then you might be taking that energy or kind of becoming a little bit that person, and therefore taking that energy into your auditions, into your roles. And you might be feeling like you're not as open, you're not as present, you're not as happy to even do the work because you're carrying so much on the business side of things that when you show up and that when you do have an opportunity, you might feel like you're not really able to show up for it properly because of the overwhelm that you're carrying around, literally, thinking all the time of all the things you need to do. And then if you add to that the traditional approach to acting, which is to, do things a certain way when it gets to the scene, like to break it down, to learn your lines, to do the subtext and the sense memory and all of those things, suddenly this art that is all about being fully present and fully alive has been transformed into a lot of hard work and a lot of things that you have to do and that you should do, when art is really all about the opposite, right? Like you get into the arts because you want to be yourself, because you have something to say, because you don't necessarily want to just follow and fit and do what everybody else says and people please all day long, but you really want to express yourself and be authentic and be free. So yeah, if you've caught yourself in that place where you're stuck in between the overwhelm and kind of feeling, where's my passion? Those two things together, will have a tendency to spiral down. And so what I'll usually tell actors is that the reason why you would think that there are so many things that you're supposed to do, that you are supposed to run around like a chicken with no head to do all of the things that actors are supposed to do, is probably because the most essential thing, which is you and your instrument being totally free and totally present and instinctive, is not 100% there. And because you can't sit in that, because you can't ground yourself in an instrument and a capacity to really show up freely and authentically, then you'll try to make up for that by doing everything else. So in a way, it's kind of making yourself believe that if I do all the hard work, then I'll be fine. When, as a matter of fact, the only thing that you want to be doing and the only thing that actually does work is for you, for your instrument, to be radically, completely, utterly untethered, alive, present, instinctive, authentic. And if you don't have that going on, I have this going on. If you don't have that going on, you can run around all you want. You can yeah, you can do all the workshops. You can do headshots, 3 times a year. You can network the heck out of Zoom. You can, you can really run around and do a lot of stuff that is going to amount to nothing. And you're going to push a lot of doors and try to push your way through. Whereas when and that will make you feel overwhelmed, right? And when you come to acting from a place of being fully present, fully alive, all of that hard work doesn't need to happen. And the reason why it doesn't need to happen is because it has become so rare for anyone to actually be present, to actually be authentic, be alive, be instinctive. It's so rare that when anyone in the industry sees an actor who has the capacity to be present, unblocked, who's not shrinking when they say action, someone who's unapologetically themselves, no matter what that themselves is, people come to you. So which is why if you look at the testimonials of the people who reset their instrument, you look at what these testimonials say, and people will tell the craziest stories, like things are happening to them. You don't need to chase anymore. You start attracting. Because when you can show up in your most authentic, human, free way, you become a magnet. You become attractive. You become the person that people want to work with. Even if like you come in and you're not the type, they won't want to let you go. They won't want to kill your character at the end of the season. They won't want to give you a call back because they're afraid they're going to lose you to another pilot. They will sign you on the spot. They will change the accent of the person that was written for, and they see you and they don't care about the accent anymore. They will add lines. They will move things around for you. That's when they start running around for you. And you don't need to start running around anymore because you have that one hot commodity that everybody wants, which is you have the capacity to be fully alive and in the moment and present. And no one has that anymore because there's too much that's available. And there's too many recipes out there and methods and techniques. Do this and then you'll get it, or do that, or do drop-offs, or do this headshot, or do this reel, or do, send these types of letters and then it'll happen. No, it won't. It won't. If there is no you inside of you, if there's no 100% of you inside of you, if you don't have the capacity to be fully present, fully alive, fully instinctive, fully authentic, if you don't have that, you don't have a business. People are not going to be interested. You might get lucky and they might get interested a little bit. But if you don't have that, you don't have anything. So you can run around all you want and get overwhelmed all you want. Nothing's going to happen. Not much. And it's not going to be fun for you, and it's not going to be fun for anyone to watch. It's not just a question of booking. It's like, are you really flying through those scenes? Is the audience really impacted, moved in a way that they haven't been before because they haven't seen you before? If this makes any sense, and you're interested in looking into being able to show up for yourself, to really be you 100%, no matter what the circumstances are, even in these crazy COVID circumstances where shootings are like so different and chaotic and unpredictable. If you want to be able to be fully 100% you, instinctive and free, if this makes sense, and you don't want this overwhelm of trying to do everything that an actor is supposed to do anymore, and it doesn't make sense, then type reset in the comments and we'll send you some information. Right now we're still, of course, COVID is not going anywhere, so we're still helping actors out with a BOGO support. If you need the financial support, you can do a BOGO, and if not, then don't do it. All right, thank you guys. Bye.